All right, so you came to a point in your business where you know you need to hire a professional photographer, a brand photographer, but you don't know exactly what to look for in a brand photographer. What questions should you ask? How should you go about researching this person? I know a thing or two because I've been through it myself. So I have a few tips for you based off of my experience, and I would love to share them with you. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, my name is Monique with Gotta Have Cake, where I teach bakers and treat makers how to take beautiful photos of their desserts using just your smartphone. But cool thing about it is I not only teach bakers and treat makers, I also teach foodies, people that sell hair care products, and other different types of products for their business. All right, so now you are at a stage in your business where you're ready to have that professional photo shoot done. In the video from last week, I talked about what type of items that you should prepare for. Definitely you want to take photos of your top sellers. Okay, so that's definitely a given. But for this brand photographer, who exactly is this person? Where do I go to find it? If you need answers, let's cover them right now. Tip number one. When you're looking for a brand photographer, you want to make sure that you are looking at their previous experience. You want to take a look at their portfolio. You want to make sure that they do have a website that has a gallery of their previous work. That's so important. Number two, so once you locate this gallery, you want to look at the image quality. Is it something that you would typically purchase? Is it something that catches your eye? Is it something that you think your ideal client will want to see? Are the photos something like you would want your images to look? Can you see yourself on their actual gallery, on their website? Can you see your brand listed as one of theirs as well? Tip number three, their style. What is their style? Now, yes, brand photographers typically do have a certain type of style of portraits or for the photos or branding that they like to shoot. So you want to make sure that you do your research. Is this person all about wildlife? Well, if it's about wildlife for the dessert photography world, you don't want to hire typically someone that's going to take pictures of animals. That would be a little weird. Don't knock it till you try it, but I'm just saying, you want to make sure that they specialize in something that you are looking for, the type of service. Do you see other businesses that is similar to yours? Are they on their website? Have they worked with typically the same type of business that you are? For example, bakers and treat makers. Do this person or has this person take pictures of food before? You want to look for certain stuff like that. Can you take a look at their previous clients? A lot of times brand photographers will highlight or show their clients as far as branding photography, branding photos. They highlight their clients, and then there's also a way that you can trace that client back to their maybe social media handles or even their website. So you can actually go to the client's website to see exactly the images that was produced by the branding photographer. Personality is so important. So tip number 6 is, what is the personality of your branding photographer? You definitely want to hire someone that is able to bring out your personality. So this person has to have a little bit of personality themselves in order for you all to mesh and get along together. You want someone with a little personality, someone that's not dry and dull, because from my experiences and just interviewing different people until I came up with my brand photographer, I just had consultations with certain people, and it just wasn't a match. And so that's very important for you to figure out the personality types for this brand photographer. Another thing I just mentioned, my brand photographer, I was able to talk with her. So does your brand photographer offer a free consultation? Sometimes this is between 10 to 15 minutes. This brand photographer, they get to know you a little bit more, get an understanding of what you're looking for, get an understanding of your brand, what it is that you're selling, what type of images you're looking to get, where do you want to post these photos? Is it a website, marketing, is it for a publication, is it just a headshot for your About Me page, is it all about the images? You want them to be about the products that you're selling. What is it? And so this brand photographer photographer's gallery or portfolio. You want to make sure that they are able to communicate your branding through images. And so it's very easy to see, if you are a baker or treat maker and you have on your chef's coat with a twist. Okay, great. You must be a baker of some sort. Or even if you're like, let's say a makeup artist and you're there with your makeup and your lashes and whatever else makeup artists have for their photos. So you say, oh, okay, that person is a makeup artist, or some, if you get what I'm saying, right? So you want to make sure that you find someone that is able to bring out their brand through imagery. Like, I don't want to have to guess what this photo is about because it's not really telling me. I'm just sitting here like this. Okay, great. That's great for maybe a About Me page, but if that's just like, hey, choose me for hire me, what am I hiring you about? That's not telling me nothing. What am I hiring you for? Or versus something like this, hire me, Okay, so she must sell cake or something, Another thing that you want to find out from your branding photographer is if they travel to you or do you have to go to them. If you go to them, do they have a studio, photography studio, or if they come to you or anywhere. So you want to make sure what are the travel situations. So that's very important. So important. Communication is key. So when you reach out to your brand photographer, are they asking you questions about your brand? Again, we talked about this before, but it's so important that the person that you're going to choose for your brand photography is also interested in you and your brand. So if they're asking questions, because then that lets you know that they're getting their wheels spinning to see, okay, I got some ideas, running through my head. We can possibly try this and try that and anything. So you want to make sure that they are as much interested in you as you are them. Do they respond in a timely manner? If I reach out to a brand photographer and it's taking me 2 or 3 weeks just to hear back from them, granted, if the brand photographer is swamped, kudos, because that means the money is flowing. But have some type of communication, hey, thanks for reaching out to me. Right now I'm booked 3 weeks out. Look on my calendar to see if the time works for you from 3 weeks from now. Otherwise, something. Let your customers, make sure that your branding photographer let you know something. And this is with any business, honestly. Just don't have the client just out there wondering, oh, okay, just let them know what's going on. It's really just that simple. What is their process time and turnaround time? How, after you do your photography shoot, your branding shoot, what is expected after that? If they're able to tell you, typically it takes between 1 to 2 weeks or 5 to 7 business days before you get your proofs. Make sure that they have some type of a workflow so that you can have your expectations set as to when you can get your proofs. My branding photographer, the day I did my photos was the day that I got what was like 5 different shots that she chose. She just sent those to me immediately and say, look how fabulous you look. And that was like a preview. So I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so fantastic. I cannot wait to see the rest of them. And so, like I said, I'm throwing my branding photographer name out there. She's the branded boss lady. She is absolutely amazing. One thing that I correlate with customer service is how much money I'm ditching out for a service. And if I'm ditching out a lot of money, I expect a certain type of professionalism. Even if I'm not ditching out a lot of money, you should just be professional. So how professional are they for your liking? That's exactly what you want to discover as well. Do they recommend wardrobe changes? Do they have props already on site? Do they have chairs on site? What type of backdrops are available for you? Do they have like a kitchen set up for bakers and treat makers? Or is there a way that I could bring anything? What is it can I bring to you, or what is it that your studio already have available? That's exactly what you want to know. How long are the shoots? Hopefully your branding photographer has different packages for you to choose from, and based on those packages, you should get like an estimated time frame as to how long the shoot could possibly take. Give and take, things do go wrong or right, or a little longer sometimes. It all depends, but typically, how long does a photo shoot take? Also, along with the packages, how many images will I receive in this package? You have to keep in mind that not only are branding photographers, they're taking your photos, but that's not it. They just don't snap the photo and that's it. Here you go. Here's your photos. Not unless you're as good as my branding photographer. But honestly, it takes time to do the editing, just like I teach in my dessert photography course. Just don't take the picture and let that be the end of it. Now we have to go and do further post-production work, which is editing. So although, you know, professional photographer gets the images as good as perfect, but there's always additional editing that is needed. And so you want to make sure that, you know, when they quote you a price for just one image, keep in mind the type of skill set that you're paying for from that branding photographer, the type of equipment that they already have. You're running out their space if they're, you know, if you're going to them, or if they're coming to you, you're paying for it. If they're coming to you, then you're paying for travel fees. There's a lot to consider. And so just don't be surprised at the price tag. You're getting hopefully top quality service and a product at the end. Also, you want to look at the page reviews. What are the page reviews like? Do they have great reviews? Is everyone that's leaving a review, how are their images? How are their images? You know, you want to make sure you do your research. And most importantly, you want to make sure that the branding photographer makes you feel confident on camera. That is so important. You want to make sure that they bring out the confidence in you, because it's going to show on camera. All right, guys, that was it. In our next video, we're going to talk about how to prepare. So now you've recognized that you needed a branding photo shoot. Now you're going to do the research to look for this branding photo shoot. Now you've booked the photo shoot. How do I prepare? What do I need to bring? What do I need to wear? What about my hair? We're going to discuss all of that. And again, this is from my experience. I'm quite sure there's other different things that goes on that I didn't have to do, but let's get into that next week. So next week's video, we'll talk about how do I prepare? What do I need to bring? All right, until next time.